Once you get the perfect piece of fish, which is, you know, it's not that big. Look, here's my small hand holding a small piece of fish. But, you know, it's got good depth on it. That'd be a thick steak. But it's, you know, small, like, it's about the size of a good tenderloin, actually. That's exactly what it is. Okay, so now you can see I've already started putting salt on it before the video. The salt shakers I have are these, you know, this electronic one that my niece gave my grandma that she then gave to me. Okay, then you turn it over. Put more salt on it. See the salt there. Lots of salt. It's kosher salt. Do not dare do this with iodized salt. Do not dare. You will not have a good product. And you know, sometimes I'll even go so far as to put it on its side like that. Now this is the front and the back, and this I actually put it on its side and throw a little salt on the side, you know, because salt is really good for meat. We got to heat up the fire, get the fire going, you know, pretty high actually, because you want to heat that pan. And then you get, I like the spray oil, you know, some kind of spray oil, any kind of spray oil. This is canola oil, spray oil, Trader Joe's. And then you just spray it in the pan just to make sure you line the pan, because you're going to be throwing some meat in there. I'm probably going to throw some mushrooms in there again. Right now, the other thing that you have going on, okay, so now you've got two burners. Right now I've got two burners going. I've got the pan warming up for the fish, which won't take that long, but it won't take no time at all. Well, I'm going to have to time it. And then I just put on the boiling water with the broccoli and cauliflower mixture. That's what it is broccoli and cauliflower. And then here's some stuff for the salad. I've already started the salad over here with just, you know, some bagged greens. You know, and you know which greens are the best are these ones. They're at Trader Joe's, but you can get similar things other places, but they're called Power Greens. And they're really good because the texture on them is fork worthy. Like you can pick them up with your fork. I've noticed that with most of those other lettuces, like that spring mix, you can't, you know, it's really hard to fork it. And once again, we've got the avocado on the side that we'll decide what to do with it. Okay, well, let's get on with the cooking of the tuna. Usually you'll do the flat, oh look, see, it has to be just hot enough for it to start simmering immediately. And you'll start to observe the change in color there near the bottom. And you'll watch as the color changes up to about right there, then you'll flip it over, it'll change to there. And this is why there's no reason to time it. What you're doing is you're observing for the features that you're looking for. What we're looking for is we're looking for a white cap on the bottom, then we'll flip it over and get a white cap on the top, but you're also, you don't want to take it off with a pale bottom like that. You want a nice crispy brown. Brown food is good food, as Anne Burrell, famous chef, says. So you watch it as it cooks up, as the white piece gets bigger into the middle of the meat, and then you flip it around and let the other white piece, then you do all sides and you crisp it up lovely, and that will be a good piece of meat. Steaming vegetables is much easier. You just throw them in a wooden steamer that's probably burnt on the bottom like mine, and with a little water on the bottom, you just steam them, and then you salt them, and then you oil them. But again, you just watch as this cooks. That's the only way to do it. You really cannot time it, because who knows? Maybe your flame is a different height this time than it was last time. All right, talk to you later. You've got it cooking there so that you get a really lovely crisp back, and then obviously it's a little too high. That's all right, don't worry. And then you put it on the other side. I'm going to have to turn it down a little bit because obviously it's too high. It's cooking it just a little too fast. So I'm going to turn it down. Perfect. What you should see is you should see some white on the top there. some white happening on the bottom. This will crisp up eventually, and you will cook it on the side, just like you would a piece of lamb, beef, or anything else. But you definitely want to get that hard crust on top, because that is part of some of the most enjoyable part of the tuna. And then another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab these mushrooms. They're just halved, almost overripe mushrooms, and just threw those in there too. Now it will add some water, so you got to be careful, because it'll add a little bit of water, which could mess with your crispy crust that you're trying to get on the outside. But now I'm just going to add these automatic salt grinders and pepper grinders that my niece got my grandma for Christmas approximately 25 years ago. Well, my grandma immediately gave them to me. She hated them, but I use them. They're great. Nothing. All right, so we continue to cook the tuna. You can see here on this side it's cooking up a little faster. And then we'll do a little, on the side. Cook it on the side for a while. So now we're cooking it on the side. You can see here that there's a lot of, you don't really want to eat the raw meat. Oh, it depends. If you're going for raw tuna, you're going for raw tuna. That's one thing. But this is going to be a piece of tuna that's cooked exactly right, according to me. So I'm going to cook it on the side there. We can crisp it up on all sides. Now I'm going to go into the pantry, which I have freshly painted. All the shelves, they're lovely. I'm going to get some sunflower seeds. And we'll throw those on top of the salad, because salads are happier with nuts, it turns out. So we've already got a little bit of cheese on there. We've got some cucumbers, some... Okay, so there's some sunflower seeds now on the salad, and now we'll take those back, and we're going to go ahead and grab some raisins. So then we'll just sprinkle some raisins on the salad. So now that's about it. I will cut up a little bit of the avocado and put it in the salad, but for the most part, I like to just keep the avocado on the side, kind of like a little butter, like butter that you dip into and have a piece of butter with your meal. That's what I like to do it. So I'll put a little salt on the avocado. Okay, let's check on the tuna. Okay, here it is. As you can see, it's exactly like we left it, except for not on this side, because now this side is crispy. All the sides are crispy, and now I'm making another. Look at that. It's crispy and lovely. On the inside, it will not be dry, because as you can see here, we better stir the mushrooms. Okay, so you can see here, there's little bits here. Once we close it up, as far as cooking, it's still going to have a lovely pinkness inside. Now you just want to kind of break it apart, look in. Perfect. As soon as I take that off, it'll be perfect. So I'll take it off, I'll pour everything out on my plate. It's lovely because you get the mushrooms, right there with your salad, there with your lovely tuna. And I have some broccoli. Well, usually I'll be steaming the broccoli, but today I have a little bit of broccoli leftovers from yesterday, so we'll just put those right on the plate. And now we have everything. We have some tuna, we have mushrooms, and then we have the broccoli. What we do need on the broccoli, because it's just purely steamed broccoli, is some salt. You always need salt. If you're using kosher salt, which I strongly recommend you do, you need much more than if you use that highly not very comfortable salt. And then you put a little bit of oil, like this is just plain, delicious, not really that expensive, but it's first cold pressed olive oil. And then you just go ahead and sprinkle that on your broccoli, because broccoli does like oil. And then that's it. That's your meal. So I do want to take a slice out of it and show you what does it look like when it's time to eat. So you cut it with a fork, And you can see, you know, there's a little bit of pink inside, not a lot, just a little. And that's exactly what you want. And here's everything. There's some fish that looks like tenderloin, and it's true. And there's some broccoli and cauliflower. And then we've got the salad with some, you know, we just put some salad dressing on it. Of course, you'll mix that up. And that's one of the best parts of any meal, because that is where your digestion comes in. All right, that's the meal.